she's still gonna do it. One more year. Hopefully just one more
When
summer.
the camera's delayed, I don't know if you ever turn around.
Oh,
Chuck just, you're sitting down again, Chuck.
that's
Okay, it is. It's not.
with a little bit of.
So we're in the future.
I have to listen to Dave Gunner's.
Okay, ready? Don't look at the screen yet. Okay, look at the screen.
That was well, that's sped up.
It's sped up. That was fun.
Oh, I could sit.
Oh, wait, we have an audience.
Yeah, he's,
Myself.
yeah. Gunner's.
Well, now it's on tape.
Exactly. And that was a quick lunch, too. And you didn't even lunch. Good for you.
Used to be sparring partner.
Shall we start? On to the August 26th, 2024 Town Board meeting. Would you please join me in the pledge and then remain standing for a moment of silence for Al Salter. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Al is a longtime zoning board member, and I just received word today that he passed.
Elizabeth, Luke's waiting to get let in. Do you have him on screen?
Councilman Moshinsky will be with us remotely in a moment, I believe. So next on the agenda is the public hearings, and the first one is for the property at 196 Ellicott Road. I'll address the board. Please step up to the mic. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Anyone? No one? Okay. If anyone would like to address the board regarding the public hearing on 196 Ellicott Road, step up to the mic.
That would be me.
Okay.
I'm submitting it. Do you need anything?
Pardon me?
I said, I'm the one submitting it. Do you need anything?
Would you like to address the board on anything?
Yeah, everything's out there, information-wise, so.
Okay. All right. If anyone would like to address the board on the property at 196 Ellicott Road, please step up to the mic. Okay, seeing no one, I'll close this public hearing at 6:32. Next on the agenda is the public hearing for local law 5-2024, the short-term rental and B&Bs. If anyone would like to address the board on that, please step up to the mic and give us your name and address, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Please step up to the mic and give us your name and address.
My name is Sarah Cotton. I'm at 603 Jewett Homewood. I just learned of this, and I was just coming here to be a little bit more aware of what that is. I tried to look it up.
Well, I would suggest that perhaps you speak with our code enforcement officer. We're not going to go through the whole changes and all of that right now. And you can email me your thoughts afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not
We
voting.
will
yet.
not be voting on this tonight.
Hi, Evan Roden, 237 Grover Road. If you could just do like the minutes of like what generally is changing, that would be interesting. I can't find it in the,
This is your chance to give comments to us.
gotcha. In future meetings, my comment is I would like additional meeting data on the website. It would be helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, I will close this public hearing at 6:34. Next is the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes for the town board meeting of August 12th, 2024, the special meeting on August 19th, 2024, and the abstract of claims, August 26th, 2024?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is audience one, an opportunity for anyone to address the board on items on this agenda. Please step up to the mic. Okay, seeing no one, we'll move on. There is no unfinished business. First item under new business is to set the public hearing. Can I have a motion to approve setting a public hearing on Monday, September 9th, 2024, at 6:30 PM at the Aurora Municipal Center, located at 575 Oakwood Avenue, East Aurora, New York, 14052, to hear public comment on the site plan for the parking lot project at 1843 and 1863 Davis Road, also known as 240, in West Falls, New York.
So moved.
Motion by Ray. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. Comments or discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
On that particular one, that they are, though, I likely will be abstaining from any for a public hearing and maybe even vote on it that night. If it's controversial in any way, certainly we can kind of hold by the regular rules, but I think that would be the request, is that we can maybe move on it, because it's essentially redoing the parking lot, and there's apparently limited time in the season for that. So.
Boy, if I had a nickel. But I got to admit, this is the first time I heard it from a board member. But we'll see how it goes.
Do we have a rendering or anything? I didn't see that in the packet.
I don't know.
I mean, or a summary of the work?
What's that?
I
Is
didn't
it-
get a packet on that.
Yeah, I didn't get anything about the West Falls Center for the Arts stuff. Wow. Okay.
Is that something that they should submit, or is that something that Rich would have
So it
submitted?
wouldn't be online either.
Okay. I think maybe we can check afterwards. I thought they had all the paperwork submitted.
On your agenda, they should have.
Okay. Rich said he had it all.
We give it to the clerk's office.
Okay. Martha, do you have it?
I do,
Okay.
and I give it to the board prior to the public hearing, not setting the public hearing, but prior to the public hearing.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It's a mystery.
Okay.
Next on the agenda is a request from Meg Kent. Can I have a motion to approve surplusing and recycling those items listed at the upcoming recycling event at the Highway Department?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? Chris, anything to add to that or no?
Just the whole electronics.
Yep. Yep. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is a request from Chris. Can I have a motion to approve changing Karen Lazikis from clerk typist seasonal part-time back to clerk typist part-time effective August 20, 2024?
So moved.
Motion by Ray. Can I? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a request from Chris. Can I have a motion to approve hiring Samantha Pratt and Luke Donnarumma, both non-residents of the town of Aurora, after 3 months of holding the position open? There were no town of Aurora applicants.
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. Comments or discussion?
Chris, so these are going to be coaches for East, but we hire them as lifeguards? Is that how that works, or are they also lifeguards?
They are civil service, essentially lifeguards.
Okay.
They
But-
have, they can lifeguard for us. They are certified to be lifeguards, but they are going to be primarily coaching East. We just lost two of our coaches to more gainful employment, so I am with these 2 years.
Gotcha. And do they generally work out of the pool, or do they work in many locations? Like, where do they do most of their coaching, I guess, is my question.
Our primary spot is the East Aurora High School,
Mhm.
and also practices at the site.
And then how many hours do they, is it sort of a seasonal thing, or?
So right now, they're scheduled to work 3 days a week for between 1.5 to 3 hours.
And do you set that schedule? How often they have to coach?
Yes.
Gotcha. Thanks.
And they will also be starting at $19 an hour. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is also a request from Chris. Can I have a motion to approve increasing lines A00056-000-000 and line A07310-040-001, along with A00 to 073-000-000 and A00-560-0411-00. And Kathleen will get with Chris and we'll get that straightened out.
Don't say anything.
Can I have that motion, please?
So moved.
Motion by Jim. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Jim. Any comments or discussion?
That was good. That was good. My lips moved, he spoke,
Yeah.
but I'll take credit. Yeah.
And I was very moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Well restrained, Ray. Well restrained.
Next is a request from Liz DeViso. Can I have a motion to approve surplusing inventory number 2972, the Husqvarna hedge trimmer, 122 HD 6D?
So moved.
Motion by Ray. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jim. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is a request from Kathleen. This is to amend the budget deficit. Can I have a motion to decrease line L3599, appropriated fund balance, current balance of $55,590 by $7,500, and increase line L3582-401, being contract with a current balance of negative $1,329.27 by $7,500. And this is due to unexpected repairs and higher electrical costs.
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comment or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, I'd like to just give you a little background on this before I present in motion is I met with Robin Drake, our grant writer, and she has informed us there is a grant available to take care of an invasive bug in Nicely Park. But I have to confirm that we do in fact have the bug, that bug is present before we apply for the grant and then go through all of that. So she has requested hiring this company, this Ecos environmental company, to come in and do that for us at a fee of $250, but we also discussed the possibility that the grant may cover this cost. So when I make the motion, it will be contingent upon that. Is that pretty clear to everyone?
When you say contingent, it'd be contingent upon,
If the state will, if the $250 fee to see if there is that negative little bug, the hemlock woolly, that as part of the grant, then obviously we won't pay for Eco's company to do it. It will be part of it.
so we'll front it to them so that they don't have the bill outstanding, and then maybe
Possibly.
we can get possibly get
Most likely,
reimbursed.
most
Okay.
likely, Jim. That's kind of the way they usually work anyway, so, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
Okay.
clear. Good job.
Sounds good.
Can I have a motion to approve hiring Willie Adelgid at Nicely Park at the amount of $250 contingent upon this not being included in the grant?
So moved.
Motion by Jim, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Any comments or discussion?
No, it sounds good. I'm glad it's anytime you get a chance to save some trees, that's a good thing. So
Yes.
I'm glad you're working with Robin. I'm glad Robin is finding this stuff because that was the whole
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was-
hope when we engaged grant writers. So good stuff.
I had a very long meeting with Robin. It was a very productive meeting. And we even discussed, because I asked her, okay, now we're going to take care of this relatively small chunk of hemlock trees, or hopefully take care of it, but what about those properties that abut it,
Right.
you know, with the... And she said, well, we do the best that we can, and we do what we can.
And I think in doing it, then she went out and counted to see how many hemlocks we had. I think there was a certain number that we needed to reach to
Yes.
even think that we had a chance of qualifying for the grant.
You are
So,
correct.
I mean,
That is not your average grant writer.
exactly.
Well, and that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Sounds like her knowledge is pretty wide ranging.
Oh, yeah.
That's a plus for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I did notice on the summary of work orders that there was a tree down it nicely. I wonder if it's the same type of tree. Interesting. to
Couldn't
find
tell you,
out.
Ray. Couldn't tell you.
Right. But it's not a hemlock tree. Okay, okay. Got it.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Next on the agenda is a feasibility study. Can I have a motion to approve Fontenay, Foltz, Albrecht, and Ernst to do a feasibility study at 571 Main Street? These are for the courts, not to exceed $8,500. Funds will come from line A7110.454, the ARPA line. Can I have that motion?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
Second.
A good idea to even to start discussions, maybe once that feasibility study is done, to see, again, have a discussion about the courts coming over here, because this room was built, I think, specifically for the courts, and it has all the sort of things that the court wants as far as protection in case there is any sort of attack. There's also an escape for the justice as well. So is it worth it, or hit those discussions?
We have had those discussions. I would be more than glad to entertain that thought again. It never really seems to go very far, Jim.
Okay. I know you've had experience talking with them, so that's why I'm asking you.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Okay.
The biggest reason is obviously the police station's right there, and the
Right.
jail is right there, and I don't know, Chief, do you have any comments on that? Comments that we haven't heard many times?
You get a bigger office, you know.
It's more of a convenience for the intercooperation of the police department and the court personnel to be in the same building. You know, a lot of times, she happens to be here tonight as well, but, you know, if she has an issue or a question, we're up the stairs or down the stairs instead of down the street or on the phone. But as far as holding inmates for arraignments and things like that, those days are with bail reform laws and things like that in place.
Right.
So as far as having people in custody awaiting arraignments, that's not as often as it used to be, but we still enjoy being close to each other for the, you know, the inner workings of what court and a police department are, you know, as part of that criminal justice system, if you will.
And certainly the night that courts are in session. I know that Judge Markello has mentioned many times it's comforting to him to know that you guys are right downstairs.
Yeah.
Some of you.
Yeah, and he also has, you know, they have court officers that are, you know, in, you know, they're working the magnet session. I think it's good to have the police department below the court office the way it is now in terms of safety for the court clerks that are there if somebody should show up you know, with some anger to pay a fine or have a question about their case or something like that. But I certainly don't disagree that this facility is a lot nicer for a court, but the geography of us being together over there does fit well. Maybe you can find it for us here too, and we'll they can just, you know, develop that building into something else.
Great, you just made the headline for the Advertiser next week. Nice job, Chief.
That was Patrick Welch with But I appreciate you saying that. I initially was just thinking about the prisoners and the difficulty of you know, keeping someone who's on bail. But obviously, as you just said, you know, with bail reform, things have maybe slowed down as far as keeping people overnight. But I appreciate too having the ability to have the police so close. If there's a problem, if there's an angry person coming up to the clerk's window, you know, who doesn't feel like paying the fee that they're supposed to or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a convenience that we've grown used to having. You know, not every town has a police department. Obviously, we know this. And not every town court has a police department attached to them. But here we do, and we've gotten used to having it that way. And I think, you know, there's a certain level of benefit to having us in the same building, under the same roof. You know, a lot of times the clerks have questions, and, you know, they're perplexed because we've got 18 people doing things sometimes differently, even though they're supposed to be all uniform. And we work together to try to solve a lot of those issues prior to being in front of the judge.
Great. Thank you.
Any further comments?
Yep.
All in favor?
Hi.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is an intermunicipal agreement. Can I have a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign this agreement between Erie County and the town of Aurora in the purchase of playground equipment?
Second.
Second by Joe. Comments or discussion?
I actually, you have something, Bridget?
You first, Councilman.
Hi, thank you, Attorney. I didn't see, we put a notice for bidders. I didn't see any specifications or anything. Did we? I see that we're asking for them to be back on the 19th.
It's hard to put it on the website because we can't put it on the
Publish.
website until you approve it.
Yeah. No, it's not a website. I mean, I'm not talking about the website
Yeah,
specifically.
and
But I'm just wondering what our
I
parameters
normally
were.
just send you everything that I scan on the website without even thinking that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Remind me sometimes.
Okay. But no, I saw this and I was just curious as to what we're asking of the bidders.
As Martha said, I mean, we can't really get that out there, the specification. It is all typed up and written,
Okay.
I can assure you. And if this is approved, come on in, I'll show it to you tomorrow morning if you'd like.
Okay.
But,
All right, I'd just be curious what we're looking for in a playground. Playgrounds aren't
I mean, a
mono
quick overview
entity things.
is we got a $50,000
Yep.
grant last
Yep.
year for the pool playground, and we're gonna remove a couple of those pieces of equipment. The one that the rec department, they keep calling it the, what do you call it? The one that knocks your teeth out there, all the. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be curious before, like I said, there's the generic out-of-the-box playground, there's things that are a little more innovative. I'm just curious as to what we've asked for in terms of the playground. So, yeah.
If you'd
Okay.
like, I've got some renderings
Okay.
that I've been working with some of the playground manufacturers with, that I can show you.
In that goal was expressed. I guess that's the part I understand, because it's not like we're ordering a pickup truck, for example, where we're saying give us an F-150.
Exactly.
Playground is sort of a non-specific term.
Well, and it was kind of difficult, Joe, because, this company has this playground, and it's got 2 slides and one set of monkey bars and, and the climbing walls. That one's only got 1 slide, so it's a little bit open, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. But will we be bound to low bidder since we could get several proposals?
You can disqualify bidders from some reasons,
Yeah.
And I would say if it's clearly evident that this person bid on, just a whatever, that's just a swing set, and this person's company's got a full-blown
It's listed.
26-foot long piece of equipment
Listed in
kids to
specs.
play on.
Things that have to be in there, rock climbing wall, at least 1 slide. It's all spelled out in the specs.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll defer to the town attorney.
Nope, I'm all set.
And then they came back was exactly for the 50,000. So in other words, that's what defined.
We haven't put it out to bid,
Okay,
that's actually the next.
gotcha.
I would actually, so we've made a motion and we seconded the motion. I'm not sure what the procedural, I would like to see what we're asking for before I was comfortable bidding on or voting on this.
Can we do the agreement at least on that and get that back to the county?
To the county for the.
Oh, the agreement. Oh, yeah,
For the
we're only
money.
on the
We're
agreement
still
right
working
now.
on that, yeah.
Excellent point. Absolutely.
Everybody.
That note, I have that motion.
I think we had the motion, we were in the
Yeah,
discussion.
Yep.
Yeah.
No
Any more
problem.
discussion?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Exactly.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Now is the notice to bidders. And would you like to table this, Joseph?
I would like if I can make a motion to table this.
Sure.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Second, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I think that's right, right? Make a motion to table this.
Okay.
Second, so, all right.
Any comments or discussion?
No, I think it's a good idea to know that ahead of time. Agreed.
All in favor?
Can you
hear me?
Opposed?
Oh, hold on, and Luke's on there too.
Someone's talking.
Can you,
Not, well, can we turn that up, Elizabeth?
Luke's in a rush. There
may be a delay.
For his kids.
All right, give it a shot.
there's definitely a delay on my voice coming in because I can hear myself a couple of seconds later. But I was just going to say that we may, if we seriously want to consider that we will be disqualifying certain bidders that don't fit the parameters that we want, then we want to put that into the bid so that we have the ground to be able to disqualify them.
It is in the bid, Luke, so, but we'll table it.
Yeah.
Let everyone see what we're intending to send out, and,
Sounds good. Yeah, are you still cutting in and out, Luke?
mostly out.
Gotta wait 3
The connection is actually cutting in and out between you. I haven't quite figured out what it is, whether it's the internet or whether it's the microphones. It's I listen to YouTube as well, and it's the same. So if you go back and listen to YouTube, you'll hear what it is that I'm hearing, which is that some reason it's like cutting in and out between people.
Interesting.
Okay. Any further discussion with Joe's motion to table the playground equipment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, under communication reports, I have the July 2024 dog control, July 2024 work requisitions, and East Aurora Police Department from July 2024. This is from board members. Luke, would you want to go first?
So you just texted me, I think.
Sure. Yep. And sorry about the delay. It's not me, it's the system. I think that the only thing to talk about, I'll be quick, is that we did have a Climate Smart Committee Task Force meeting and have been doing a bit of work to look at what our opportunities are for some more grant funding in the future. The clean energy programs, the funds are drying up, so it's going to be difficult for us to get the next level, which is the $100,000 grant. We decided to sort of shift and go back to working more on the Climate Smart Community Program. Having gone through the points and what we've done and what we're looking to do, including with the funds that we received through the Clean Energy Program, there is a good chance that we could apply for silver status by June of next year, and that will open quite a bit for the town. So we're going to move in that direction. But it looks very, very good. We could be the first town in Western New York that is silver status. Great.
Okay. Thank you, Luke. I'm going to assume that Luke is done. Joe?
Thank you. I don't have anything to report. I just want to take a moment to, and I hope I'm not stepping on the Chief's thunder over there, compliment the Action Club. I read about how they donated those sensory kits to the police, and those are fantastic. I work on game days for the Bills, and they introduced those sensory kits for anyone, really. I mean, I think it's primarily aimed at children, but could be anyone with sensory issues to make them feel calm in a crisis or overwhelming type situation. So I think that's absolutely gangbusters as an organization. They did that. They raised money and donated those to the police. So I know they're very popular at the Bills Stadium. So I just want to give those on that, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Joe. Jim?
Yes. So when we have our audience come in and questions, or it's really tell us what you think about what's going on. Or if you look at our the documents that are online from 2 weeks ago for all the paperwork that was put together by Martha's office, by Martha in her office. You will find some additional information on the 196 Ellicott and on the short-term rental laws and things like that. So if you want to take a look at it, if you have any questions, certainly you can email us, and we'll either give you 1 or 5 answers as to about that. But that'll be helpful to you, I think, if you at least can take a look at it. That's all I have for now.
Thank you, Jim. Ray?
No updates right now. Things, few balls up in the air, but still need to crystallize some things.
Mentioned that about a little over a week and a half ago, our town assessor, Steve Pidgeon, and myself met with legislator Larigo regarding the county taking over the assessor's responsibilities. It was a great meeting, lots of negatives, lots of reasons of why they shouldn't, some why they should, but evidently that's something that the county executive is kind of pushing for this year, I guess. So that was a very interesting meeting, and that's all I have. Next is audience 2, an opportunity to address the board with any topic you'd like. So please step to the mic, give us your name and address, and let us know your thoughts.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Wagner. I live at 469 Center Street. I'm also the owner and operator of 716 Electronic Recovery. What I do is I specialize in making sure that I help people remove unwanted or broken electronics, whether this be from their business, be from their home, or even hopefully here in the municipality. As the board just approved the surplus inventory, I also have the buying power to buy inventory, such as keys and other things like that. I'd like to also specialize in physical passwords, photos, anything that's still attached to your electronics. I make sure that we physically destroy those on site in front of you, as long as offer a certificate of destruction. I come to you today to introduce myself. Hopefully I can provide services and look forward to see how I can help the town here today.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one, we'll go to staff reports. And we'll start with Liz.
Okay, I just management plan update. This is the binder. It hadn't been updated since Bill retired, so there were quite a few changes. And briefly, we had to create an organizational chart and update all the contact information throughout the plan, which unsurprisingly, it's all me. We identified outside entities assisting with our program. That would be GHD and Cami Jarrell with her SWIP review. It's also the Western New York Stormwater Coalition. They assist all of the municipalities in the MS4 with education, with training, mapping out falls, all sorts of things. Throughout the whole plan, their name is in there. They're assisting us as well. We identified where the stormwater management program plan, we call it the swamp plan, where the swamp plan can be viewed. The physical binder will be in my office, but we also added it to the website, so it's accessible today for everybody. Most of it, a few of the things aren't on there. They're just separate documents that are available right now only in the office. Updated the construction inventory. So after a property that has a SWIP, the construction is completed. If they have post-construction things like ponds and that sort of thing, those have to be inspected annually. So we updated that inventory. And there are a couple of things that are still being completed. The Western New York Stormwater Coalition is helping. The Aurora Mills stormwater system. They have, drains all over it, and then they also have a stormwater pond. So those will be added to our system and our plan. And then the only other thing is that this has to be reviewed annually and updated whenever. So as we do trainings, I do a training with Dave's staff about illicit discharge and things like that. We update that information when it happens, but the plan itself has to be reviewed annually. So if anybody would like to see it, you can stop by my office or you can look at it online.
Can I ask a question? Liz, does that have to be published?
No, it does not.
Notice?
No, not for this one. Mm-mm.
Thank you, Liz.
Yep.
Dave?
On all the bridges in town, we did IPPs submitted for accepting all the 3 new grants that we just won for Sheer, Brooklyn, and Cornwall. If you may have noticed, we did a lot of rehabilitation of the Riley Street Bridge, cleaned it up, and we're not done, but painted and ground it all down, and working hard on that. We have some updates on East Fillmore and Church today. We finally, I think as you know, we're ready to go to bed. We're just waiting to wrap up some right-of-way, 2 right-of-way claims. The one has been accepted, and we are meeting with the final one next week, and we're hoping to have that resolved. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we will send it out to the contractors and move on with them. I did tell Jerry, if I do run into any more delays with this final right-of-way person, that we cannot wait anymore. We may have to segment the bridges and do one at a time. We don't want to do that, but we definitely have to move So I hope next week we resolve the right away, so we can continue to bid the project as a dual, because it would be a lot cheaper. But with that understanding that we need to finish Fillmore for sure. I don't want to see it pushed anymore. So I'll keep you up to speed, but we're working hard on them. And like I said, we'll get through these and go around to the next ones.
Yeah, if you would keep us up to date on that.
Yeah, I will. We'll know next week. It's looking promising, so.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Thanks, Dave. Chief?
I don't have much to report this month outside of school is around the corner, and we will have officers kind of following school buses this year as school starts. It's our goal to make sure that the kids are getting on and off the bus safe and that the motorists are adhering to those laws. So something new we're going to be starting this year. I mean, we've always obviously enforced vehicle and traffic law, but I'm going to encourage that the officers that are on duty to go find a bus, follow it for a while in their morning or afternoon routines, and make sure that folks are adhering to those lights and stop signs. Outside of that, with the construction in West Falls, we should be looking after the concerns of the residents down there, and we've been watching speeding in the work zones and things like that to keep the construction workers safe. I know there's been some complaints from some of the residents down there about the dust, and so we're watching to make sure people aren't driving too fast, getting too much dust, because we had one resident decided he was going to wet the road down himself, and that isn't incredible. It's not entirely safe without knowing how much you're putting down and who's going to be traveling through there, because as we know, motorcycles and pickup trucks require a different amount of traction. So we're doing our best to make sure that we're keeping people on the speed limit down there so that the dust isn't an issue in the first place.
Any comments on the car show, Chief?
The car show, as far as I'm aware, went well. I was actually out of town for the day, but Lieutenants Waldron and O'Hara were in charge at different parts of the day, and I'm told everything went well and that people were generally happy. I know the weather was great, so usually that's a big plus. When the weather is nice, it helps everything.
Thank you, Chief. Chris?
Not a lot to report. Recreation is kind of slowing down with all of our programs ending. We will be having a multitude of activities happening up at the high school. We are still waiting on a few more building use permits from them. We're also trying to get our bowling program going again, but the sale of misters kind of leaves us up in the air. So we're hoping if we can't get it done in the fall, we'll get it done in the wintertime.
Thank you, Chris. Doug?
Hello? Okay. Local planning committee for the West Falls New York Board grant is tomorrow night at the fire hall. So those of you who want to come see our dusty road, come free to feel the street. They gouged out most of the pavement today, so you'll be getting some pretty big bumps. That's all. That's all.
Thank you, Doug. Paul? Todd? Thank you all, and can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Chuck, Luke said it's these. As it moves around, and they're using the other microphone, no problem.
Good, good.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bye, Luke.
Oh, he asked if we could have it back to everybody.
Oh, yeah.